I'm going to grow my company's Twitter following by 100% in 2021. If you're at all interested how, keep following along as I share the methods and results that I've been trying for the past month and a half to try and grow our Twitter following. So if you're a marketer or if you are just interested in growing your social media, keep following along and maybe we might learn something new together. I'm Teresa and I'm growing my company's Twitter following in 2021 by 100%. If you haven't seen my last video, press pause on this one, go open another tab and watch my other video. I'll also link it right up here. If you have been watching, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you might notice that this is a different backdrop. I took some of the constructive criticism in my comments telling me that there was some glares on my glasses and I found a better room to film in, so I had to say goodbye to my office, hello to the living room. And then thirdly, you should hit that subscribe button because you're clearly hooked on this process like I am, and we are gonna go through all these methods together, so we might as well hit that subscribe button and maybe the notifications button if you want to know whenever I'm updating you with more results. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly review what our 4 methods were, so maybe some of the results will make some more sense. So method number 1 is when I was supporting creator milestones on Twitter. So I would shout out creators and interact with their stuff that they're tweeting. Method number 2 is Twitter stats. So basically I would go and I would tweet some stats that we have because we are Geniuslink and we report on clicks. So I gathered some really important data that I thought was useful and tweeted out in some pretty graphs. And then method number 3 is creator profiles. So I have some awesome interviews with people and I document some of their answers and then I share it so then maybe new YouTubers can use it, and selfishly I've been learning a lot from it. And then 4th is this video. So this video is kind of a social experiment in its own self, so maybe we can find like-minded people who are either interested in this or maybe you're a crazy marketer like me who is just trying to grow your Twitter. Now we get to get into the fun part, results. So first of all, we have method 1. So method 1 is where we supported creators on YouTube or from YouTube on Twitter. So I was already doing this in December, so this one has been the longest running method. And I don't really see it gaining a ton of traction, but I really like doing it. And you know, I think it has fed into some of our other methods in a positive way. And I just think it's the real spirit of Geniuslink is helping creators, and I just think it embodies that. So it's something I'm going to continue doing. And you know, if any of the creators that I've interacted with on Twitter are watching this, please don't be afraid to comment on how I can support you more, how I can get your videos more visibility, and any suggestions I would love to hear. So that's method 1. Things are going well, but it's not really gaining us any followers. Method 2 is our Twitter analytics, where we tweeted out some click data that we have, and we usually supply a lot of this stuff to individual accounts on Geniuslink because you get this super handy dashboard. And basically what we did is we combined a bunch of the stuff that we would be reporting to individuals and reported it at a mass scale. So I picked out some stuff that I thought would be useful. This was stuff like top Amazon category. This was stuff like top Amazon storefront, since there's a bunch of storefronts that we route clicks to. So that went pretty well. We got quite a bit of interaction, not maybe as much as we want, but it was still good, and I think it still got some legs. So I'm going to be doing this again on a monthly basis. I'm going to be tweeting out what we get for February's analytics, and I'm going to do that again next month. So keep an eye out for that if you're following the Geniuslink Twitter, because that is inspired from these videos. And then method number 3. Method number 3 is my absolute favorite thing that we've done so far. I am so happy that it came from something old into something new, and I just think it is so useful. So method 3 is the creator profiles. If you are following along with our blog or anything, you might have seen our interview with Patrick Rambles. I loved this interview. Patrick did an awesome job and it was so informative, and it was really fun to see where his channel started and how he monetizes it, and I just think it was super useful information even for myself. So I'm learning a lot while I make these videos, and I learned a lot from his interview. So I imagine that if I was someone who was starting my own YouTube, I would really appreciate to have an interview like that. So that was an awesome thing to see. We have Chris Brockhurst's interview this week, and I think that's another awesome one. I obviously got to read it first. And I learned a lot from that one too. So I think creator profiles is awesome, and also for results. We gained 15 followers in one day from Patrick's, and it actually boosted us up. It's only halfway, today is February 15th, halfway through February, and we already gained about 22 followers, which the most followers we ever gained, I've always kept a spreadsheet, it's about 25, but basically we gained about 22 followers halfway through February, which it's not quite on pace with that 180 that we need yet, but it's still really encouraging. And I just think creator profiles is an awesome way to reach people who might actually be interested in what Geniuslink is, you know, doing and supporting creators. The fourth method is these videos. So it's yet to be seen, you know, I can't really conclusively say anything, but I have a ton of fun making them, and it does seem like we're getting subscribers. So thank you everybody who's watching, and if you subscribe and if you follow our Twitter, I truly appreciate it. And you know, maybe at the end of this year I can see if this video was a worth it marketing method. So I do not want to overwhelm myself or our followers on Twitter by just putting a bunch of crap out there. So I don't want to add too many new methods at this point, because all of our methods are still in play, and I think it's too early to add too much. So I'm just gonna add one new method, and the new method that I'm adding is actually my coworker Isaac's idea. So if you've been following along with our YouTube, we actually do something called Genius Chat. I'll link to one of the Genius Chat videos under this video. It's a really awesome way just to get a great intro into affiliate marketing or just business in general. Isaac has come up with these questions that he sees while he runs support and put them in videos, and he also had a great idea about chatting with creators and understanding a little more about their methods and maybe how they monetize. And you know, it's similar to a creator profile, but it's so much more in depth because it's a video interview where they chat for like 45 minutes and you really get to know some of your favorite YouTubers. So he's actually sitting down with Kevin, Basic Filmmaker, who is an awesome guy. I totally recommend checking out his channel. He's a client of ours and just one of the nicest people ever. And he is sitting down with Isaac to chat about filmmaking. So if you were a young filmmaker, you might see Kevin's interview, and you know, if you were going to start a YouTube channel to get into filmmaking, because it makes sense, goes hand in hand, might lead you to Geniuslink. And so it's hopefully going to be something super useful and going to point to our Twitter. And yeah, I can't wait to see it come to fruition. And I'll be reporting on some of our, you know, data from that and our results on that in our upcoming videos, and I'm really excited about that. I appreciate everybody who's watching these videos, and like I said, I can't say it enough. Like, subscribe, follow our Twitter, help me out. Especially if it's helpful for you, or if you know someone who is a YouTuber who you think this would be helpful to, please share it. I would appreciate it personally, but also maybe you'd be helping them, because we're hopefully going to be sharing stuff that's not just going to cloud up a timeline. It's going to be actually helpful to creators. So that being said, thanks everyone for sticking around this long, and hopefully I will be back with more results in about a month from now. So cheers!